Porsha.
Don't say my name.
Porsha.
Marsha.
When it comes to the beat,
Porsha Williams of The Real Housewives of Atlanta is now dating or engaged to Guobadia.
She ain't told me that's what happened.
Falynn looks better with the new boy than with Simon.
Secondhand embarrassment.
I couldn't help but sit there as I'm watching Porsha. This girl is living Falynn's life.
This is what I'm thinking. I'm trying to think through the situation, and I could be totally wrong.
Well, that's not nice.
If you're offended, then you're offended. That is a personal problem.
And I'm sure Monique will let me know.
Some of y'all told me, Mom, I got business.
You got to mind your business.
You are my god business.
Beyonce's new car, the most expensive car on the motherfucking block. I don't know what Tesla thing they doing. Even Marcille was recently on Wendy Williams, and she did say,
I think that Kandi's outgrown the show.
Try to figure out a cute exit.
she has been doing this shit for a very long time, okay?
how you doing? When it comes to the beat,
Knowles recently did an interview. She do slip up and say things. She's done this before. Slipped up and said, both of her daughters are in the studio right now creating music right now. So
Suge Knight killed TuPac off the top. I ain't the nigga killed TuPac. I'm the protected TuPac. Bitch ass Puffy killed TuPac.
there's been more sayings that Suge killed TuPac and Biggie.
Be smart, son, because TuPac not dead. TuPac not dead. He was dead. They'd be arresting no dude for murder. You know he was somewhere smoking a Cuban cigar on the island somewhere. Right now. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, Kelly Price just went the fuck in.
You a broke wannabe promoter. You couldn't afford to pay me. You couldn't afford to pay Life. I don't know if you even paid the venue.
It's really fucked up. That's some crooked ass shit.
You wanted to pray with me? You better start praying for yourself and your whole family.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Rico Bellucci. This is another episode of the Urban Binge on RiBelTV. I guess I'll have to take that out when I post this on places other than RiBelTV, because this is not quite RiBelTV. This is for other things. But there's a few things that, as you can tell, I'm not feeling well today. I'm kind of down a little bit, but I still want to do this. And I really don't get paid shit to do this, but it's a hobby. Something that I really like to do, and I believe in myself. I believe that one day, eventually, I'll be somewhere with this stuff. I'll be somewhere. Maybe not exactly where I want to be, but I'll be somewhere eventually with this stuff. So there's a few topics that were burning up hot recently in the media, so I definitely wanted to talk a little bit about whatever I've been hearing in the media. One of the things I want to talk about definitely is the new app Bigo. So a lot of people are on the new app Bigo, and it's really hot. It's really buzzing. A lot of people really like this app, and I think it's growing in popularity. I think it's going to get more popular. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. I really don't know a lot about the damn app, but anyway, I have a few topics. So first thing we're gonna talk about is, if you hear any noise in the background, it's actually the app Bigo. If you hear music other than the music that's playing in the background, then it's nothing but Bigo. So recently Monique came out, did a whole video. Usually, Monique she's not gonna do a video unless she's upset. So we already know that Monique had to be upset when she did this video, because she don't do a video unless she's upset, or unless Monique is exercising. She's been doing a lot of exercising on Instagram, on her social media pages. She does a lot of exercising. Okay, that's one thing that she does do. So lately she has been exercising on her Instagram for not lately, but for a few years, for a very long time now. I don't quite see the weight coming off of her. So maybe it's just a hobby. Maybe it's just something that she likes to do in her spare time or her fun time, because I don't see a weight change in Monique at all. But what I do see is more maturity. I see mentally that she's more mature than she was back in the day when she was big fat Monique.
Monique reacts to women wearing bonnets in public.
Hey, sweetnesses, I got a little something on my heart. You know what? Let me get my other glasses because I can't see a damn thing.
Oh no.
And I wanna do it here so that way we can respond together. Because I was just gonna do a post, but I think this is a conversation. Let me put these other glasses on. I'm gonna look like Dwayne. What was the baby name on a different word? Dwayne Wayne. That's how he used to wear his glasses. Hey, sweet babies. Okay, so here's my here's the conversation. When I was a little girl, right? My father did not let me leave the house if I was not presentable. And I'm talking about to go outside and play. My hair had to be combed, right? My father did not let me get fingernail polish before I was even, I was a teenager, before I had fingernail polish on my nails. And when I did get fingernail polish on my nails, my father would say it's either on or off. You could not have no chick nails, baby. He didn't play that. And he said, you know, when you leave out the house, you got to make sure, you know, you're representing yourself. Okay. So I always held on to that, right? And I remember when I first started working out, I would put on any goddamn thing. I didn't care if it matched. I didn't care because I really wasn't there. And my husband says to me, you know, when you look good, you feel good. He said, so try putting yourself together before you go work out and see how you do on your workout. And guess what? The shit worked. I like my little workout outfits, right? I like my little pieces. I like them. I feel like, you know, you put your little things on and you be presentable and you go out and get that thing together. Okay. Well, now here's my question. This is puzzling me. And I'm like, what's happening with us? Because oftentimes I see our young, beautiful sisters out there and some of our older, beautiful sisters out there, and they have on these goddamn bonnets. They have on bonnets. What is that? Like, when did we get to that? When did we get to that? And when was that okay? I have a bonnet. Please hear me. I have 3 of them. And those bonnets are for when I take my shower. Those bonnets are for when I might be getting ready to lay down and take a nap, and I got to put it on because I don't want my hair to be on a cotton pillowcase. That's what those bonnets are for. When did the bonnets become a part of the goddamn outfit? When did we start doing that, y'all? And why are we letting that just be acceptable? And is it just being lazy? Like, why can't we take the time out to comb our goddamn hair? Why aren't we taking the time out to put ourselves together? I'm seeing sisters at the airport in bonnets and slippers. Well, f it, just wear your whole pajamas. Like, just don't even, like, what are we doing? So my question is, and I don't even know if it's a question, as a 53-year-old woman, are we, as the sisters that's half 100, having these conversations with our babies? Are we seeing our young sisters in the street and saying, hey, come here, sweetness, that's not what you doing? And this young lady made a post the other day, and I'm like, she missed this man's point. And she had on her bonnet. And she was saying that she was at a store and a brother came up to her and said, you know, sis, y'all oftentimes complain about, you know, men don't approach you and men don't seem interested and you can't find a good man. He said, but who wants to meet a woman with that on her head? And I think she took offense to it, but that brother was telling her the truth. Do you think when you go into a store and you look like motherfucking why, somebody's going to be interested? Now, they might look like motherfucking why too. So now y'all 2 question marks. Why and why? Why? So all I'm asking you, my sweet babies, is can we get back to some pride in our community? Can we get back to self-loving and self-care? Can we get back to that? Because I'm watching some things that just makes me go, wow. And I know sometimes my baby girl be like, that's not your business. I'm like, yes, it is. I'm great make it my business. I'm getting ready to tap this baby. We were in a store one time, at one of the chain stores, and we were going back towards the dressing room, and I saw this young lady in her goddamn socks. Do you remember that? She had just her socks, and looked like she just got up out of bed and said, I'm gonna go to work. And I had to tap her, and I had to say, young lady, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And that young lady looked at me and was like, what? If I were your supervisor, do you know you would lose your job today? Today would be your last day here. So all I'm saying to you, my sweet babies, you deserve it. You deserve to give a damn about you. You deserve to give a damn about you. I care about you. So give a damn about you. And guess what? Our babies are watching. Our babies are watching.
So do I agree? Yeah, I kind of do agree with Monique. I think Monique is right. I think that the bonnet thing is kind of played out. Like, do something to your head before you go out. You know, don't go out there. Now, some places is okay. Now, if you live, now hold up. If you live next door to your children's school and you literally going to go drop the child off, you ain't getting on no public transportation and all that shit now with no bonnet on. But if you taking your child to the school that's right literally up the street, a mile or less away, then fuck yes, wear that motherfucking bonnet. I would definitely wear my fucking bonnet if I was going somewhere that close. You're not gonna tell me I can't wear my bonnet if I'm going somewhere that close now. Come on now. So I somewhat agree with Monique. I somewhat feel like Monique was a bit irritated, and like Tami Roman said, she was dealing with secondhand embarrassment. She was definitely embarrassed second-handedly. Or maybe somebody walked up to her, wanted to take a picture, who had on a bonnet, and maybe she was just like, listen, oh no baby, let me tell you something right now. We're gonna take this picture, but you better not ever wear this damn bonnet to the airport no more. Do your damn hair. There's no way you telling me your hair ain't done, but you getting on a damn plane to go somewhere. Your hair ain't done, but you getting on a motherfucking plane to go somewhere. No, bitch. Your hair is done. You're getting on a fucking plane with a bonnet on because that's how black women are. They don't want to fuck up their hair no matter what. They don't want to fuck up their hair. I'm like that shit. Don't touch my fucking hair. If I've taken the time out to do my hair, or I've sat in somebody's chair for ample amount of time for them to do my hair to my satisfaction, then that's how I am. Especially if I do my baby hairs with my toothbrush and shit. I definitely don't want you just touching on my damn hair. Don't touch my damn hair. That's how I am. So I know bitches be like, no, I don't want to lay my head back on the seat. Why you want to lay your head back on the seat? Because I'm going to mess up my motherfucking hair, bitch. I just got my hair done yesterday. Because honestly, a bonnet is like a hat. If you can wear a hat through the airport, then you should be able to wear your bonnet through the airport. Unless there's some type of rule that is implemented that bonnet is for sleep time and you don't wear sleep time head wraps in here. But then that wouldn't work because there's so many people that sleep with head wraps and walk around with head wraps, and it's for their religion. So that definitely would not work. Speaking of Tami Roman had a lot to say, okay? Tami Roman had a response to Monique secondhand embarrassment, which is where I got that from. I got secondhand embarrassment from Tami Roman. And when she said that, it was just like, wait, I totally agree with her. That sounds like that could have been what it was secondhand embarrassment. She seen a black woman with a bonnet on. She got upset about that. Or that black woman was being looked at crazy or something like that. And Monique was just thinking of herself bawling like, damn it, if this girl don't take this bonnet off her head, she don't even know how these people looking at her ass. Monique's so busy worried about that, she need to be worried about her next gig. Sis. So anyway, Tami Roman has something to say, and of course Tami Roman has something to say when Tami Roman has been the one that caused these women to start wearing bonnets the way they wear them, okay? As we all know, okay? Tami Roman is the endorser, okay? The endorser of the bonnet, okay? Nobody would be wearing bonnets as much as they do if Tami Roman didn't create her whole thing, the Bonnet Chronicle. So we should expect for Tami Roman to have a lot to say. Not just something to say, but a lot to say.
Hey, happy Memorial Day weekend. So listen, Monique, Auntie Mo, had come out yesterday with a little statement about y'all wearing bonnets out at the airport and in public and headscarves and stuff like that. And so quite naturally, with Bonnet Chronicles being one of my brands, y'all tag me. And to that I say this. Monique, you know, when you talking, I'm be quiet. And when you gone, I'm be talking again. Listen, so here's the thing. Let me give y'all a little backstory. Monique and I, back in the day, were very I would say we were very, very close. We knew each other's families. She knew my mom. My mom decorated her house. She so graciously put me on her show, The Parkers. You know, we had a very nice, amicable relationship. Today, I don't feel that has changed just because we've gone our separate ways, you know, in terms of she doing her thing, I'm doing mine. But I just actually saw her because I went to support her in Vegas. She had a residency in Vegas at the SLS Hotel. And I went down there to support her and see her do her stand-up. To me, the relationship is just like it was when we used to hang, except now we don't hang. I gave y'all the backstory because I don't want anybody to take this and make it seem like I'm coming at Monique, because that's not the case. I do, however, feel that we are allowed to have a difference of opinion in approach. Now, for me personally, I understood everything that she said and actually agree based on my upbringing. Like, my mama didn't play those type of games. Like, you wasn't going, before there was Bonnets, there was, you know, the sponge rollers. And back in the day in White Plains, Mount Vernon, you would see people walking around with the sponge rollers in their head. And my mother would be like, that's unacceptable. And so I was raised in a way where you don't come out the house looking like that. And even with Bonnet Chronicles, you know, I be in the house. You know, I wears the bonnet to bed. I be in the house, okay? I walk around in my robe in my home. I'm not outside in public like that. The thing that I'm saying is Monique went on to say in her video that she felt like, well, have you lost your pride? Where is your pride of self and your dignity coming out of the house like that? And I know there are a lot of people who do feel like that is ghetto, right? For me personally, and that's how I'm going to approach this video that I'm doing, is that for me personally, I don't go out the house like that. When I'm in the airport, now I might not have no full face of makeup, but I got on a nice little unit with a baseball cap, and I'm dressed appropriately for travel. Now, I'm not suited and booted, but I'm also not in slippers and pajamas either. You know what I mean? It's just how I was raised. There is some thought to this conversation where we can't spend our time trying to convince other people of our way of thinking, because some people are just not going to get it. Equally so, you can't want more for somebody than they want for themselves. Equally so.
So Tami Roman kind of a little bit agreed with Monique, slightly agreed with Monique, and was still playful with her wording, as if she's like, look, I don't want no smoke with you, Monique, so I'm gonna watch what I say before I say it. That's what it seemed like. But Tami ain't stupid. Tami know Monique could be done call her up and let her know, bitch, the only reason why. And then not only that, Tami Roman says she doesn't even wear her bonnet out the door at all. So Tami Roman don't even do that shit. But she's condoning it. The reason why she is condoning it is because she is one of the biggest, marketers or something, whatever the word is, for bonnets. So many people go buy bonnets because of Bonnet Chronicles. Maybe not now, but especially when she first started and her videos were going viral with the bonnet on, going off, reading bitches for filth. So I am back. I don't know. Something must have happened. I don't know what happened. I had to leave for a little while, so I don't even know what part of the story I was on, or even, you know what, fuck what part of the story I was on. I don't even know where I was, what story I was even on. I think I was on Tami Roman, talking about Tami Roman and everything she had to say regarding Monique's rant about the bonnet. So like I was saying, Monique don't want us to wear the bonnets. Tami Roman expressed that she doesn't even wear her bonnet out the door. She has a daughter who wears her bonnet out the door everywhere she goes. Well, not really everywhere she goes. She says when she runs to the store, up the street, stuff like that. Not everywhere she goes. So we won't say everywhere she goes. But she did say that her daughter wears hers out the door to go to run a few errands or something of that nature. See, I don't want to be saying the wrong thing and putting the wrong thing out there, but something of that nature, right? And so I've always appreciated Tami Roman's honesty. She's very open and honest about how she feels. She doesn't sugarcoat her shit, you know, and that's something that I really, really admire and love about Tami Roman. Tami Roman is not going to sugarcoat it. So she did go into, you know, a little bit of her knowing Monique, and I remember she actually was on the Parkers one time. I remember that for a short period, or for, I think, an episode or something like that.
Dina don't do weird. That means no kissing, no hugging, no saying I love you.
Where did you get this freak?
Play girls. Not you, her.
I don't swing that way either.
Get in the bedroom. You answer the door.
All over her like whipped cream on a Sunday.
Whipped cream. Nah, now that's gonna cost you extra.
Okay, in the bedroom.
I don't swing that way. I'm Dina.
Hi, Dina. I'm Royal.
Is that like in royalty?
Hey, I guess. Look, is Nique home? Hi, is Kim in?
She stepped out. She'll be right back. Come on in.
Oh, all right. Thank you very much. I'm gonna sit down and wait for my girlfriend, Kim.
So you're saying that, this means nothing to you?
Damn!
No, she's gone for the evening. Looks like it's just me and you. So what are we gonna do?
Look, I don't know what you're gonna do, but I'm gonna go right over here and I'm gonna... No, you know what? I think I better wait in the car. It was very nice to meet you. Dina, it was? Yes, very nice to meet you.
And Tami remembered that time and reminded everyone of that time to kind of set up the stage for how I'm about to disagree with her. So, you know, like I was saying, I think it's fine in some instances, you know, in sometimes. But I don't think that, you know, all the time does a woman need to be going out the door with a damn bonnet on her fucking head. I think that is absurd. I definitely don't think you should be going out the door every day with a bonnet on your head.
Hey, my sweet babies. So, it took me a minute to say what I'm getting ready to say, because I want to make sure I'm not saying it in judgment, and I want to make sure I'm saying it from a place of love.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Y'all, some of y'all have given me the title of auntie, and I'm honored that y'all do that, right? But there are times where auntie got to talk to her babies and say some real shit. So yesterday, I was in the airport in Atlanta because I'm in Jackson, Mississippi now at Chuckles Comedy Club, right? And we got 3 shows tonight. We got a matinee at 5:30, then we got 7, then we got 10, right? And I'm excited. I always love going to the stage. So when we got to the airport yesterday, I was excited, like, all right, baby, let's go get them in Jackson, Mississippi. And as we began to walk through the airport, I saw so many, actually too many to count and too many for me to tap. But I saw so many of our young sisters in head bonnets, scarves, slippers, pajamas, blankets wrapped around them, and this is how they're showing up to the airport. And I've been seeing it, not just at the airport, I've been seeing it at the store, at the mall. I've been seeing sisters showing up with these bonnets and headscarves and their slippers. And the question that I'm having to you, my sweet babies, when did we lose pride in representing ourselves? When did we step away of, let me make sure I'm presentable when I leave my home? Let me make sure I'm representing the family I created, so that if I'm out in the street, I look like I have pride in myself. And I'm not saying no full face of makeup. I'm not saying no full front lace frontal. I'm not saying none of that. All I'm saying is, could you please comb your hair? And if you don't want to comb your hair, they got enough out here now, baby, where you can style yourself up and look like you have pride. I'm not saying you don't have pride, but the representation that you're showing, someone would have to ask you to know that you had it. So my sweet babies, for the ones that do call me auntie, I love you for real. Even the ones that don't, I love y'all too. But the babies that say auntie to me, please listen to auntie. always have pride in your representation of you. It's not to get a man. It is just your representation of you, my sweet babies. So I'm just giving y'all a warning. If I see you in the streets, in the airport, in the Walmart, and you got a bonnet on, and you got slippers on, and you looking like, what the I'm Nique gonna tap you and say, hey, baby girl, show you what you worth. Show you what you deserve. So all of those posts that you see celebrities putting out there saying, hey, queen, hey, queen, hey, queen, well, can we start putting it into action? So I'm asking our wiser sisters, when we see our little babies out there looking like they just don't care, and I'm not saying y'all don't, it looks like it. Can we just tap them and say, baby girl, you deserve more than what you're showing. Represent you with pride, my babies. And that may be a part of us helping our community. Because if you look like you don't give a damn, how you gonna be treated? So, when I say, hey, queen, I can only say it to the sisters that it belongs to. Because a lot of us are still in queen training. So if you're in queen training, stop being fearful of taking your position. And queens don't walk around with bonnets and headscarves and slippers and pajamas. That's for the house. When you go outside, represent you, baby, like you are worthy and you deserve the title of Hey Queen. Nique love y'all for real, and I ain't never gonna BS you. Stop wearing them bonnets and headscarves looking like don't nobody give a about you, nor do you give a about yourself. Cause you beautiful, so represent it. I love y'all for real, my babies.
But I mean, if the store's right up the street, then come on now. But I feel both of them. I honestly do. But then Monique came back out. And Monique wanted to respond to the backlash that she was receiving, and she actually did not acknowledge Tami Roman specifically. She kind of just went on into explaining how unapologetic she was for what she said, and she didn't feel that what she said should have been, she don't think it should have been taken the wrong way.
Monique responds to backlash after advising women not to wear bonnets in public.
Well, that's not nice. Some of them told me I'll cancel you. Some of y'all told me, mind my goddamn business. You are my goddamn business. You are my business. And if more of us got involved with us, maybe our community would stand stronger. I'm gonna give y'all a story because you know I got one. Y'all know Nique got a story.
Which I completely understand her. I understand. I understand, like she said, you're in your feelings. So for the ones that are upset, you are in your feelings. And like she said, she's okay with that. Somebody got to keep it real with them. But the truth of the matter is, you cannot go everywhere with the fucking bonnet on your head. It just doesn't work. I can understand if you're in the pharmacy with the bonnet on your head. That makes a little bit more sense because everybody comes to the pharmacy when they're sick. So if you're sick and you're coming to the pharmacy, first of all, wear a mask. Secondly, we can kind of understand you coming with the bonnet on to the pharmacy or to the hospital. Because, if you're not feeling well, you don't feel like doing your hair and stuff. You literally want to come as you are depending on what kind of sickness or injury you have. So I totally agree with Monique. If you're offended, then you're offended. That is a personal problem. It's not her problem. And her problem would mean that she would come out and apologize. It's not her problem that you're offended over her saying you need to put something on your head other than a bonnet, or you need to do your hair other than a bonnet, even if it's a wig, baby girl. They sell cheap wigs at the beauty supply store. Replace that hat that you keep putting on your damn head to take them children to school and replace it with a fucking nice ass wig. Okay, do that. I think you'll be a lot more happy. Seriously. Speaking of Monique, Beyonce recently, let me go look this up and make sure that what I'm saying is accurate. Wow. So recently, Beyonce and Jay-Z Wow. So Jay-Z and Beyonce recently just bought themselves the Rolls-Royce boat tail. Now this car is fucking beautiful. Oh my God. It's inspired by the Rolls-Royce Sweptail. This car, oh my God, do you see this car? It's totally unreal. It's completely unreal. Like, oh my God, look at this car, Becky. Oh my God, look at this car. Beyonce and Jay-Z just ordered. I definitely wish I could afford something like this, but yeah, probably not. But one day I'm determined I will be able to buy this car. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Like, I don't even know what to say. The fact that the car is just so beautiful. It definitely doesn't say here how much this cost. But I am damn skippy this motherfucker costs a few, but more than a few million. A few million. What's up, everybody? So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you smash the hell out of that like button. And make sure you hit that bell. When you hit the bell, you'll be notified of every time we go live. Every time we post a video, you guys will be able to know firsthand, and you'll be the first ones here viewing our videos. Anyway, let's get back into this. What I left off on is Beyonce and her new car. Well, let me just say it's Beyonce and Jay-Z, okay? We know that Beyonce is not driving this car alone. It's definitely Beyonce and Jay-Z's car. I think that they have a ridiculous amount of money, okay? It's honestly ridiculous how much money they have, and the fact that they can just go out and buy the most expensive car on the block right now. You know, like, you're really doing the damn thing. Anyway, I need to know where the fuck Beyonce and Jay-Z's new album is, okay? But I guess we got a little heads up, because speaking of that, Knowles recently did an interview, okay? And y'all know how Tina Knowles is. She do slip up and say things. She's done this before. She said some things that made people speculate and believe that something was going to happen based off of what Tina Knowles said. And I think she does this quite often. I don't think it's just, you know, I don't think it's just a media thing or a public thing to us, publicity thing. I think it's something that's just on her. Something that she's been like for many years. Tina Knowles actually did an interview, like I was saying, and she actually slipped up and said both of her daughters are in the studio right now creating work, meaning that they are in the studio making music right now. So we do have a little bit of an insight of that, and I mean that's to be expected. I mean, all of us know that when you're on a break, you go on a break for a little while and you have to get back to work. So Beyonce's work is not for us to see, you know, not until the work is done. So we know that after her last album, she stopped working for a little while. She probably went out, took a break. Of course, we know she was looking for a house, because that was all in the news that her Jay-Z was looking for a house, and I think Atlanta was scratched off the map. They were like, no, I'm not moving to Atlanta. I'd rather move to California in a nice ass mansion, but we're not going to the ATL where all of Beyonce minions are, so that they can be at Beyonce's house every damn day. No, and Jay-Z probably was the one that said no to Atlanta. Anyway, I think it's ridiculous. We know that that Beyonce is coming out with a new album soon, because that's just what Beyonce is gonna do. Until she announces that she is retiring from music, which I don't think will happen anytime soon. Anyway, Beyonce is just the shit. I mean, I honestly can't think about what the new album would sound like. If you guys know what the new album would sound like, just put it down in the comments what you think this new album is going to be giving. Because right now, I cannot tell you what this new album is going to be giving. When she did the Beyonce album, her self-titled album, I was like, how can she top that? When she did that entire album, I was like, how can she top that? And she continues to top and surprise. She never ceases to amaze all of us. You know, like, she constantly comes out with something new. Now, do you guys remember when that album leaked? There was a time when Beyonce albums leaked out, and actually it was an album full of old songs is what it was. It was like a bunch of old songs, and it was a lot of songs that a lot of people don't know about, but a lot of those songs are underground songs that are actually on YouTube right now, and they're on YouTube by the actual name that it was on the album. A lot of people bought those albums when it was leaked out or released on Apple Music. A lot of people bought that album, and it is now stuck on their phone. Like, for me, I bought the album. album. So I will forever have that Beyonce leaked out album, those 2 albums that leaked out that included a bunch of her old underground songs and never heard before songs. So I do have those 2 albums, and I freaking love some of those songs on those some of those underground songs that Beyonce did back in the day. I don't think that she even likes those songs. I think that she is very, very much so against those songs, and I really don't know how that album leaked out. That is a crazy thing. You know, I think if that was an album that was meant for her retirement, what if that was an album that was meant for her retirement? But you know what? She hadn't released an album in so long. I honestly thought that it was an album by her. I thought that she released it. But when it was swiped off and it was news out there that it was actually a fake leak that somebody hacked and put that out, it was just like, whoa. Okay, because Beyonce was posting like a surprise is coming, a surprise is coming. And the next thing you know, this drops and it's removed. And Beyonce says nothing else about a surprise. So I believe this was supposed to be an album, but it's probably too many songs on there that she did not like. She was probably like, my vocals are not good on this song. My vocals are not good on this song. So I definitely don't want those songs played. I mean, on the album, and they still put those songs on the album, possibly. That could be what happened. Anyway, let me get back to my news. We're off of Beyonce and Tina Knowles running her damn mouth all the time, because that's just what Tina Knowles do, okay? Tina Knowles is gonna run her damn mouth because that's just what the fuck Tina Knowles do. Our next story that we want to talk about is Kelly Price, honey. Oh my God, Miss Kelly motherfucking Price. Miss Kelly Price, Miss Kelly the Price, honey. Miss Kelly the Price, honey. She went off, okay? Now, first of all, we love Kelly Price here at the Urban Binge, okay? Personally, I love Kelly Price, okay? Kelly Price, Faith Evans, Karen Clark Sheard, Whitney Houston, all of them. Hey, EBBI Shonda.
Hey, but I thank God. Under BBBI Shack, God, look on right now. In the name of Jesus, healing hands, touch and deliver. Healing hands, touch and make whole. Hallelujah, ha. I know BBBI Shack. Look on every man, every woman, every boy, and every girl. Hey, EBI Shondo.
Hey, glory. Let me tell you something. Those voices you cannot deny, okay? 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 Do you hear me? Those are 2 voices that you cannot deny, okay? 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 Okay. You know who Kelly Price and Faith Evans is. You love their vocals, and you don't know who Karen Clark Sheard is. You need to go Google who Karen Clark Sheard is today. Okay? There's no way you cannot know who Karen Clark Sheard is and love Kelly Price and Faith Evans. It just don't work that way. Okay? Anyway, Kelly Price has problems on top of problems on top of problems on top of problems. I swear, it's like I've never seen Kelly Price in this much problem. But you know what? She gives me that she's that type of person. She's been picked on. She's been fucked with so much that now she's at a point where she just feels like, you know what? Okay, what's up, guys? I am back. I apologize for me leaving. You know, the good thing about a podcast is I can walk away and then I can come back when I feel like I'm ready. You know, if there's new news, I can always come back because I can just play a song for you guys. I can in between, I can just put the clips together. You know, that's the good thing about radio and a podcast. It's consistent news, constantly going. And so anything you want to know, it's right there on the radio. Where on TV, you know, if breaking news happens, like the president, something happens to the president, Lord forbid, then whatever you're watching, the program may be disconnected because of the breaking news. Here, the most that you'll get is the music will be cut off, but the music will go back on and will continue, okay? On TV, you better believe that ABC, CNN, and all of them are taking over the day if something major happens. Anyway, guys, I'm back. So I do have several people. This show is going to get better and better. So this is the Urban Binge in the morning. We have the Urban Binge at night. We have the Urban Binge. The Urban Binge is a podcast network, okay? We are on iHeartRadio, and we have our own podcast website as well. So you can go there, and anywhere where podcasts are actually played at, you can hear us. And so we're here basically bringing you the urban culture news, the news that a lot of people are not talking about. You know, there are only a few black-only outlets. And I say black only because you won't catch shade Shade Room, Neighborhood Talk, Ice Cream Conversations. A lot of those black bloggers, we don't really talk about Taylor Swift. They're not going to be talking about Katy Perry unless Taylor Swift and Katy Perry started throwing them bowls, okay? Them two start beating each other's ass, then maybe we'll talk about it a little bit. Other than that, we're not going to talk about it, okay? And so I commend the urban culture news out there. I just wanted to throw my 2 cents in by adding the Urban Binge to the bowl. And I really hope that the urban culture news outlets accept Urban Binge and accept me when I show up to those parties, because I will be at those parties. And that, you know, Jason Lee, he's always at a party. What's the girl name with the pink hair? She's always at a party, you know. Anyway, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that like, and make sure you hit that bell so that you can be notified of every video that we post when we post it, guys. You don't want to miss it, okay? And I say we because I do have a little small team. I don't have much of a team, but I do have... Okay, guys, I'm back. I apologize that I keep stopping, coming back, but you know what? Actually, you guys won't ever know that I did that, right? You guys will never know that I did that. Anyway, so we talked about Monique, we talked about Tami Roman, then we talked about Monique again because Monique had something to say. Now, she did not, like I said earlier, we talked about Monique responding back to the backlash. She did not name Tami Roman directly, okay? Let's say that. She didn't name Tami Roman directly, but we know who she was talking about, okay? We know exactly who she was talking about. She was talking about motherfucking Tami Roman, because she clearly stated out loud that some of y'all told me to mind my motherfucking business, and that is true. Somebody did say mind your motherfucking business. That was Tami Roman.
I feel like let people do what they want to do, you know, and I feel like her video came from a place of secondhand embarrassment. She's in the airport. She sees somebody walking through with the furry slippers, the pajama pants, and a bonnet with their blanket, they snuggie, because they're trying to be comfortable on the plane because the seats is tight and they're trying to get any comfortability that they can. And people are looking at this person. This is how I envision it in my mind. I'm not saying this is how it happened. People are looking at this person. The people that may be looking at this person with some type of disgust, annoyance, disdain, might not have been black, which caused her then to say or to think, now she know what they already think about us. Why she got to come out the house looking like that? Secondhand embarrassment. Here again, she ain't told me that's what happened. This is what I'm thinking. I'm trying to think through the situation, and I could be totally wrong, and I'm sure Monique will let me know. But that secondhand embarrassment is what caused her to make the video. And coming from a place of like, have pride in yourself, pride and dignity in yourself with your presentation. Why are you concerned with another person's presentation? Because you were embarrassed at how they were out looking outside, which has nothing to do with you. So from that standpoint, you got to mind your business. Like if somebody wants to be out there like that, now do we want it to go like that? No. People in my age bracket, I know for sure, don't want it to be like that. Would we like for people to carry themselves or their presentation differently in public? Of course, because here again, as I said, that's how I was raised. But if they don't want to do that, as long as they are not out here killing, robbing, stealing, shooting up places and all this other stuff, I personally feel like let people rock. And I can't be grouped into a generalization about black people just because this person is out here in a bonnet. Because if they come and talk to me, have a conversation with me, or they look at me, they see that we are not the same. We are not one and the same. And I'm not going to even disrespect the people who got their bonnet on. If people stop looking at the aesthetic of people and get to know people, just because they got a bonnet on, don't mean they ghetto, that they're not educated, that they don't have a college degree, that they don't have a career in a certain field, that they are not articulate. But people are so concerned about what other people think that we end up in conversations like this. And here again, I'm not coming at Monique. I'm saying that we have a right to have a difference of opinion. You and I equally both want people to want more for themselves. You are trying to impart that opinion of yours onto other people who didn't ask for it. I'm coming from a standpoint of, as long as these people is not out here bothering anybody, and that's what they choose to do, then I, Tami Roman, have got to mind my business, because there's a lot of other things that I need to concern myself with that actually have to do with me. And so if you, sister, want to be out here in the bonnet and the slippers and all that, that's on you. That's on you. I would hope that you would want to elevate your presentation. But if that's not what you want to do, that is on you. And I've got to mind my business. So those are my thoughts, because y'all was tagging me, because as soon as she said bonnet, everybody said, ooh, ooh, Tami. And I came on the post and I said, I only wear my bonnet and my robe on the gram, and that's the truth. I don't go outside. I don't run to the gas station. I don't run to the little market. Now, I will say this. My daughter Jazz, if she's up in the house and she say, you know what, I want to go, she loves Slim Jims, right? And she said, I'm just going to run to the gas station to get me a Slim Jim. And she got that bonnet on already. She's going to the Shell gas station in that bonnet. Now, do I want my daughter to not leave the house like that? Absolutely. But she's grown, and if that's how she wants to represent herself, then I've got to mind my business, because that's a grown-ass woman. And that's all I got to say about it. But because she got the bonnet on does not mean that she didn't go to college. Does not mean that she's not articulate. Does not mean that she doesn't have a career. It doesn't mean any of those things, because she does. Y'all watch the mix. Hey, Jazz. Hey, Romeo. Hey, Zanique. Hey, Jamie. Anton. The mix. So, she's doing well for herself. And that bonnet is not indicative of who she is in her entirety. And that's why I'm saying sometimes we've got to mind our business. Let me get out of here. This video getting long about nothing. Okay, so that's what I had to say. And y'all know, like I said, Monique says she everybody auntie. She's my sis, because we are age appropriate. And our history goes back. Even though we haven't spoken in a long time, I have the utmost respect for her. It's just a moment where we can agree to disagree.
Like I played earlier, that was Tami Roman. We talked about Beyonce's new car. Okay, we talked about that expensive ass car, the most expensive car on the motherfucking block. I don't know what Tesla think they doing, but Beyonce has bought the most expensive car on the block, and that car is fucking beautiful. Put this over there. Anyway, guys, so we talked about Beyonce's new expensive ass car. Let's not say Beyonce. Let's say Beyonce and Jay-Z. And another thing I wanted to say about that, how do famous people ever get to drive around? They never get a chance to even drive around and use their new cars. So at what point is Beyonce and Jay-Z, I mean, what? Do they live on Pluto? Do they live on Mars or something? Because we definitely, first of all, it's in the news. The car has been shown everywhere. We know what the car looks like, unless Jay-Z is about to go get, unless they about to go get a new color on it, change the rooftop, just change it completely, then we won't notice. But where the fuck are they gonna be able to drive with that car and just drive in it peacefully? Get in and out of that motherfucker. All they can do is drive around the block, around their house. So I really don't be understanding what's the point of famous people buying cars. Plus, they so booked. They have a taxi cab and an Uber picking them up, taking them to the airport. From the airport, they have another Uber or something come pick them up. For the most part, that's what they do. So I don't know how Beyonce is gonna use this car. Is this just for publicity? We bought the most expensive car on the block that's out right now, just to let you guys know, just to have it or to resell it. I'm not sure what the fuck they're gonna do with the car, but I love the car. It's a beautiful fucking car. I wish I had the money to afford this car. It's really a beautiful fucking car. The car is beautiful. And then we talked about Tina Knowles running her damn mouth like she always do. Like I said, Tina Knowles, this is something that Tina Knowles typically does. She always opening up her mouth, saying something by mistake though, and it's to be expected. Wendy been doing this shit for this long. Wendy, let me tell you something. Wendy Williams, she has been doing this shit for a very long time, okay?
How you doing?
Wendy Williams, remember back on her shows and think about when she's always making mistakes and Norman has to correct her. Big, huge, dumbass mistakes like today. She claimed she didn't realize that Phaedra was off the show. As long as she's been watching The Housewives, she done befriended Nene, fell out with Nene, then had every housewife on her show. Phaedra has been gone for about 3 or 4 years, Wendy. That aggravates me. It really does. And my partner, he knows that. He knows I cannot stand that you forgot some shit. That's so shit that should not be forgettable. Yeah, she kind of sort of is. She kind of sort of is. She kind of sort of is giving Beyonce.
Bitch, you're getting beat.
So I don't know. I just, see, you keep making me forget my thoughts. What was I saying? What's up, guys? It's your boy Rico Palucci. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure you hit that bell. If you're listening to the podcast, make sure you give us 5 stars, guys. If you like the show, give us 5 stars. We need those 5 stars so that we can continue to expand what we do here. Also share this. Tell everybody about the Urban Binge on YouTube. Tell everybody about the Urban Binge podcast. I'm Rico Bellucci. I typically have a partner here, Jay, but Jay is going through some contractual contractual debates or contractual, I don't even know the fucking word, trying to talk all proper and uppity and shit. But Jay don't know what he want to do right now. So we don't know if Jay is a host currently or if we're going to have to find another host. But the executives of the Urban Binge will figure that out. But right now, I'm permanent, okay? I'm permanent. No, let's not say I'm permanent, because I can replace myself. Anyway, let's move on and see. This is the type of shit. Make sure you guys check out Bigo, and we'll talk about Bigo a little later at the end of the show. Stick around so I can talk a little bit about how Bigo is and how Bigo works, okay? Bigo is a new social app that everybody is hopping on right now. That shit is popping. Then they pay you. Anyway, we talked about Tina Knowles. The next thing I want to talk about is Kelly Price. I know I started on that a little bit and I never got to get over it, get through it completely. So let's talk a little bit about Kelly Price with her problems, and more problems on top of problems, okay? First of all, Miss Kelly Price, we love Kelly Price. Like I said before, we love Kelly Price here at the Urban Binge. We love Kelly Price, Whitney Houston, Karen Clark Sheard, Faith Evans, Jasmine Sullivan, Aretha Franklin, Shaka Khan, all those voices, okay? If you hear the names, Kim Burrell, if you hear the Leandria Johnson, if you hear the names that I'm naming, think about the other names I didn't name that you like, the gospel singers that you like. Maybe you'll say Yolanda Adams, okay? Yolanda Adams can usher the spirit in, but Yolanda Adams cannot. Yolanda Adams can hold a key, hold a tune, but whatever the fuck it's called, but she cannot. But Yolanda Adams is the gospel legend right now of our time, right, Jay? Yolanda Adams is the gospel legend of our time right now, of our time. She honestly is. Yolanda Adams is the most household name. Karen Clark Sheard and the Clark sisters are not a household name. They're becoming. They have always been known in the industry very well. Yeah, I'm serious. It's a lot of people. Okay, right. But I said gospel legend. Okay, well, I meant female. Let me say that. Because I love Karen Clark Sheard, but it's not Karen Clark Sheard. It's most definitely of our time right now, Yolanda Adams, because she's a household name. Everybody, even if you don't go to church, ain't never been to church, you know Yolanda Adams. People don't know Karen Clark Sheard. That's what I'd be like, Karen Clark. Karen Clark. What's that lady name? Karen Shears is Sheard. That's how you know you don't know good music. Because if you don't know who Karen Clark Sheard is, you don't know good music. If you know who Kelly Price is and not Karen Clark Sheard, then you need to get it together. Anyway, one of Kelly Price's first problems was at the car dealership. So Kelly Price was explaining on Instagram. She went live on Instagram, and shouts out to 9mag on YouTube channel, you guys. Make sure you subscribe to 9mag TV. They really, he really be on his shit, man. 9mag really be on his shit. I don't know what made him come up with the idea of taking these celebrities, urban celebrities, not white. You won't see Katy Perry, Taylor Swift, Tom Hanks, Tom Cruise on his YouTube channel. You can find that on White Mag TV, but not on 9mag TV, okay? This nigga, he go and he records all day. I don't know if he got a team or what, but he just sits there all day recording the Instagram live of celebrities. And he posted on his YouTube channel. And I think that's, man, the idea is awesome, because I think he has like 90,000 subscribers. I'll look it up. He has a lot of fucking subscribers. 9mag has a lot of subscribers. He is doing a damn thing. He thought of something when he thought of that. He really did. He did something when he did that. But make sure you subscribe to 9mag. And I'm going to play his video because he recorded the live, so we got to give him credit, of Kelly Price going the fuck off, okay, on CarMax or some enterprise, I think. Just listen to this. Just take a listen.
Kelly Price discusses her situation with a rental car agent.
Maybe somebody can help me figure out what to do.
Hertz.
I posted about a little more than a week ago that my aunt had a fall and I had to go see her. I rented a car from Hertz and returned the car less than 24 hours later when I got back on my flight to come home. Hertz has not closed out the rental, so I've been harassed every day since then, at least 3 calls a day by someone at Hertz who's saying that I still have the car. Problem I'm having right now is that I just had a woman named Kelly from Hertz who called me to tell me that she was sending the police to my house. Now, mind you, I've been speaking to someone every single day. Hertz has hit my account every day. They've taken $15 additional out of my account in the last 5 days because they're saying I still have the car. They've double checked. They know that the car is there. They just know that the lazy young lady that works at the airport is behind in her paperwork and she hasn't closed out my agreement
when the car has been back there since the 15th of May. This is the problem I'm having. The woman called me, first of all, like I was stupid. Second of all, like I don't know my rights. Third of all, she was talking to me like I was crazy. Kelly is her name.
And then they had Kelly
how you got that
Kelly.
name, I don't know, because most Kellys are incredible people.
Ain't they wrong
They
for
messed
that?
up with you.
The black girl said, I'm
Matter of
not calling. I
fact,
think that's
since you
Kelly
like talking
Price.
to people
You
like
call
they're
her.
nobody,
The black
her
girl
number
knew what was
is
up.
area
I
code
don't know nobody else named Kelly Price from Atlanta,
954.
Georgia.
It's probably not her number
With an
anyway,
Atlanta ID,
but it's area
bitch.
code 954.
Oh, hell
Be sure
no,
to
bitch. I
like,
think that's the Kelly
comment,
Price,
and
bitch. You can call her.
0021.
White girl thought she was doing
The woman
something.
just called me and spoke to me like
You
I was a
still
piece
have
of
our
trash.
card. No,
She
bitch,
just
I
talked to me
turned
like I
the
was
motherfucking
stupid.
card
She just
in,
spoke to me
bitch.
like I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure the record
Do
is
your
in front of
fucking
her.
job.
I have a
Do your
screenshot
fucking
from
job,
someone that I
bitch.
spoke to yesterday at Hertz who said that they were finally able to get a hold of someone to take care of the matter. But this woman was talking to me like I'm stupid. Now, I don't want to make it about this whole thing because we know everybody thinks everything is about black and white, but I'm pretty clear I was talking to a Asian woman. She was absolutely sure she was talking to a black. And I did curse her the whole hell out because I've been dealing with this for over a week and Hertz can't seem to get their stuff together. I'm trying to figure out how somebody that works in a local edition of Hertz, no one in corporate and no one in regional has the power to override it when someone at the local place does not do their job and close out the records. First, I want an apology, Hertz. Second, I need all my money back, every bit of it. Lastly, Kelly, who called me from that 95 number in Jacksonville, please go back and review the tapes. You are going to hear me curse her out, but you're also going to hear her talk to me like I'm a dumb little girl. And if something does not happen about that, Hertz is going to be hearing from my lawyers. I am so not playing.
Damn. Yeah. Oh my God. Kelly Price just went the fuck in. Kelly Price don't be playing no damn game. She ain't playing with your ass. She said she spoke to somebody. She spoke to a manager. The manager said, we apologize. Actually, the bitch ain't did her job yet. She backed up on paperwork. Then she got us calling 20 and 30 motherfuckers talking about they still got the goddamn car and they ain't got shit. We got it on camera that they came through the fucking gate with the shit. This bitch ain't doing her job. You're fired. You're fired.
What is wrong with you? Huh? What did you? You, Mr. Wayward, you done lost your way. But I'm gonna help you find it. You fired. What? That's what.
We don't need you no more. You can go on about your business.
Y'all have called me multiple times a day. I've told you all the same story every single time. I have not had this car since the 15th, and you all are harassing me. Even if I did have the car, even if the car was overdue, if this was a legitimate bill collection attempt, you are still not allowed to harass people. So I don't know about people. I don't know if people understand that even if you do have bill collectors calling you, it's against the law for them to harass you. It's against the law for them to you, and it's against the law for them to scream and yell at you, which Kelly from Hertz did. So I know you record all of your calls. So let's see if this particular phone call gets lost. It doesn't matter because I recorded it. Next steps, we'll see.
Car rental shit happened before her next incident, okay? Her next incident, it's like, damn, Kelly Price, like you got issue on top of issue on top of issue, Kelly. I really feel bad for Kelly. Damn, Kelly, she was a friend of mine. Damn. Okay, so the next issue with Kelly Price, Kelly Price was booked, okay? She was booked for an event. In, I forgot what state it was in. So she was booked for an event. She was supposed to go to the event. The guy, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, she was saying that the guy paid half of the money because the guy gave her this much, I guess, here, and then this much to get your room and your plane and da 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 da. Then I give you the other half after the performance. Okay, so she seems as if Kelly is saying she got half of the money and she didn't get the other half of the money because he didn't have it when she arrived to the actual state where the concert or where the event was going to be taking place. Okay, so Kelly Price decided to go on Instagram and air this man slap the fuck out and put all his business out there that he's a janky promoter, and for everybody to beware of this janky fucking promoter in whatever state she was in. Let's play it right here. Let's play it.
Kelly Price has a few choice words for the promoter who couldn't pay her.
Disgusting piece of human feces. My grandmother, first of all, is the eldest living member of my family. She's almost 96 years old. She survived last year. She lost my mother. She lost my grandfather. I lost 15 other family members last year. And I said to you, when you called me less than 2 hours ago, after I've been in Houston all day long, I hadn't heard from you. You've been hiding from me because you don't have my money, because you could not afford to pay me to be here today. For those of you who don't understand how this business works, we do get 50% up front. We get 50% up front, we get our travel paid for, and the balance is supposed to be paid no later than the day of the show before it's showtime. Kendrick James of Houston, Texas, you You are a liar. You are going to burn in hell. You tried to call me and you told me you wanted to pray with me because you didn't have my money. I don't need to pray with you. Get your money up. Get your wallet up. Get your bank account up. Don't book an artist if you can't afford to pay them. I shared with you on the phone when you said to me that you were having issues this evening, that if I wanted to make excuses, that my excuse would have been that I wouldn't have gotten on the plane this morning because my grandmother isn't well. Because my grandmother is almost 96 years old. You would go and share with audience members and with the people at the venue and with the other artists that the reason why I didn't get on stage tonight is because I was having drama with my family and my grandmother was sick. In hell, I mean that, on everything I love. My grandmother is almost 96 years old. She has never done anything for anybody in this world but pray for them, love them, and try to help them be better. You would put that out there? I didn't even know anything about what was going on with my grandmother until less than 12 hours ago, and I shared that with you, and I only shared it with you to say to you that at the end of the day, what we do is we get the job done. The show must go on. I got on the plane and I came here today knowing that I had family obligations, and my whole point was to get through the night, and I spent all day today looking for flights so that I could fly to see my grandmother as soon as I got done doing this show tonight. You would share with the other artists and with the other artist managers that I had issues going on with my grandmother. That's coming back to you and your whole family. You wanted to pray with me? You better start praying for yourself. I'm not like these spine jelly back old school Christians that feel like you can't be mad at somebody and you can't sit God on them. No, I actually feel like that when you live right and you right by people, that you have the right to go to God on your own behalf and ask God to sick the angels on people that ain't doing right and ain't living right and ain't saying the right thing. You, my sir, are a liar. You are a liar. You're a liar. You're a liar. And you put your mouth on my grandmother. My grandmother ain't been nothing but a prayer warrior, and she ain't did nothing but help people in this life. You put your mouth on my grandmother? Let's put it this way. So for everybody that knows Kendrick James, oh, by the way, because you wouldn't answer your phone and you kept sending your phone to voicemail, so I had to speak to the driver that picked me up from the airport and your brother Dion, because you wouldn't answer the phone. Because you a coward and a duck and a couple of other things that I won't say, because there's some people that may need me to call them and might not be able to receive my prayer if I call you the BITCH that you really are. Keep my grandmother's name out your mouth, because you don't even know what you're doing to yourself spiritually. Keep her name out of your mouth. If my grandmother was well and doing okay, the fact remains you did not have my money. You couldn't afford to pay me for tonight's show. That's the reason why I wasn't at Moody Gardens. You called me and asked me to pray with you so you could have a conversation with me about what we needed to do for tonight. We didn't need to do anything for tonight. You needed to find my money, or you needed to find something else to do, because Saturday night ain't happening, as you can see right now, because I'm not at the venue, because you don't have my money. So please stop having the venue call my phone. Please stop having the venue call my musical director. Please stop having the venue call my production manager. Because before we even got to the part where you didn't have my money, you didn't have my tech rider. The in-ears weren't there, the wrong speakers weren't there, the wires were all jacked up, and you hired your homeboy to do sound instead of hiring a real sound company. So where else are we going with this? My days of being nice, Kelly, keep it to yourself. Y'all can call me whatever you want to call me. Baby, I'm almost 50 years old. People ain't even making it to see 50 no more. The people I grew up in this industry with ain't making it to see 50 no more. Y'all need to know what's going on with these promoters. They lie, they cheat, they steal, they don't have our money, they don't pay us on time, they try to put us on layaway. Can I put a show on layaway? Can somebody give me 10% of a show, and then I give you 10% of a show, and then I turn around and give you the rest of the 90% of the show 90 days later? That can't happen, because that's not how this works. Kendrick James, you are a liar, you are a procrastinator, I can think of so many other things to call you, but where you messed up was when you let my grandmother's name come out of your mouth. Because I don't need nobody to feel sorry for my grandmother. My grandmother's almost 96 years old. My grandmother has lived holy. She has lived as a prayer warrior. She has prayed more people through than you will ever know before you close your eyes the last time you speak to a person in your lifetime. And you would let her name come out of your mouth and use it as an excuse for why your business ain't straight tonight? You a broke wannabe promoter. You couldn't afford to pay me. You couldn't afford to pay Life. I don't know if you even paid the venue, but the venue's calling on your behalf right now. But at this point, it's 10 p.m. I've been here for 11 hours. Excuse me, 13 hours. I got here at 9. I've been here for 13 hours and you've been hiding from me. You didn't have my money, you didn't have answers, you didn't have my tech rider, you didn't have the right mics, you didn't have the right speakers. My production manager was there. You didn't have any of the things that were supposed to be on my tech rider. So while you playing, get your business up, get your money up, and get your game up. Because what you're not getting ready to do is screw my name up 30 years into this business. Try with somebody else. Say what you want to say, but you don't do what I've been doing for 30 years. and not been doing it wrong. It's not because you've been doing it wrong. You don't do what I've been doing for 30 years because you've been doing it wrong. You do what I've been doing for 30 years because you got it right.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
I'm going to tell you for the last time. Say what you want to say, do what you want to do. You better keep my grandmother's name out of your mouth. Keep my grandmother's name out of your mouth. Keep her name out of your mouth. Worst mistake you could have ever made in your sorry, poor, wannabe, and excuse of a...
I need one thing, please. One thing, please. I literally need one thing. One thing. Please, just one thing, please. Just one thing. I need just one thing, please. Please, I need just one thing, please. Can you come here, please? Can you come here, please? Please, come here, please. Alright guys, I am back. Okay, I'm back. Kelly Price was like literally really pissed off. Like Kelly wasn't having it. It's really unfortunate that Kelly is going through all this stuff. That's like 2 things back to back that she got to deal with. But I think this second incident really took Kelly Price overboard. I really do. I believe it took her overboard because the first issue was already like, okay, bitch, don't try me. Don't try my time. Like, don't try my time. Don't try my fucking patience, bitch. I'm not fucking having it. And then next thing, she has this issue with this promoter. And then just think about it. Like, you're expecting to get a certain amount of money. In your head, she probably already planned out what she needed to do with this money. One was probably get a lawyer for this hurt situation. I'm just kidding. Because I believe Kelly Price got money. But I believe, too, that if you're going to say that you're going to do something, regardless of if you got money or not, it still kind of bothers you. You know, like, he gave her half the money. He gave her the money to make it to the he gave her money to make it to the venue. He gave her the money for the hotel, for the plane, all that shit. He gave her half of the money, but she got all the way to the state where the venue was supposed to take, where the event was supposed to take place, where the venue was, to the hotel, and he doesn't have the rest of her money. He decides to call and say, let me pray with you. So the prayer was going to lead into me saying, I really don't have the money for you. You know, I don't have the money right now to give you, so I'm sorry, I apologize. It's so unfortunate that Kelly Price is going through this. She was really pissed though about this second situation. It was definitely a build-up. You know, she had one issue that was kind of like, you know, don't fucking try me. Then she had a second issue that was, I feel like, pretty worse. So let's pray for Kelly Price, because like she said, all she do is pray for people. Her grandmama don't do nothing but pray for people. That's all her grandmama do. So I'm talking about her grandma, which I feel. We are complete fans of Kelly Price here at the Urban Binge. Trust and believe that we are true fans of Kelly Price here. Like I said, Kelly Price, Faith Evans, Whitney Houston, Shaka Khan, Karen Clark-Sheard, Kim Burrell, Leandria Johnson, Aretha Franklin. Those are true vocals right there. Undeniable. Nobody could never say those that list of ladies that I just named. It's not a beast. Those are beasts. Okay, let me tell you. Anyway, one thing I noticed, I cannot smoke so much weed when I get ready to do these podcasts, because it kind of makes me sluggish. Not just sluggish, but it kind of makes me forget my immediate thoughts. So if I'm thinking about a story or something good that I want to say while I'm already talking currently, by the time I get done with that bit of sentences and try to remember what I thought about while I was talking, I totally forget. And I feel like it's a result of me smoking so much weed. I've been smoking weed for too many years and have never stopped. Every fucking day of my life, every 2 hours or every 3 hours, I have to have THC in my system. And it's kind of ridiculous. It really is. It's kind of ridiculous. Anyway, let's move on. And like I said, let's pray for Kelly Price, because we all love Kelly Price. I don't know what Kelly Price ever did to anybody except for not took Hertz back their car, allegedly, because that's what Hertz is saying. Allegedly, Hertz is saying, look, you didn't bring back the car. Kelly Price is saying, I brought back the fucking car. Okay? That's the only thing I can think of. Other than that, her friends keep doing the same shit to her over and over and over again. Let's move on. There's this song that the Ricky Smiley Morning Show does every morning. They do this song where it's like, Jay, let me tell Jay to come in here. And Jay will come in here and he'll do the song. Hi Gianni, how are you? What's the song that Ricky Smiley Morning Show does about the underwear? What is it?
Oh, what
Yes, I am going to listen to that song right now. Watch this.
Sup, social cam. So, me and my sisters just wrote a hit song. Okay, Tina wrote it. Start out, Tina.
Oh.
Well, you gotta start off with the beat. Okay.
What draws should I wear today?
Oh, what draws should I wear today? Should I wear my granny panties or should I wear a thong? What draws should I wear today?
One more time. What draws should I wear today?
Oh, what draws should I wear today? Wear my granny panties or should I wear a thong?
Again.
Should I wear my granny panties or should I wear a thong? Should I wear my granny panties or should I wear a thong? What draws should I wear today?
But that song is really good. I think Ricky Smiley them came up with something when they came up with that one. That is a good ass song, honestly. I love that song. I have like a few lapel mics. I bought this whole lapel mic system, this whole movie system and stuff because I went to Atlanta to actually film a reality show. And unfortunately, when I got down there, there was an emergency that happened here in New York. So I had to be back to New York in 12 days rather than be in Atlanta for the 20 days that I planned on being down there. I think almost 20 days, not quite 20 days, but almost 20 days I was going to stay down there just to get some work done. And I was actually going to be filming a reality show that I created. So that actually did not work out because I had to rush home. And so I kind of feel bad. I have my equipment over here to the side that I had to bring back from Atlanta, back up here without doing the work that I really wanted to do. And I'm so glad I didn't start on it because it would have been a flop. I would have had half of a show, half of a movie, half of a series, and it wouldn't have been completed. So I am glad that I was let known that there was an emergency and that I needed to be back. I'm glad I was let known that early so that I didn't get started on no work and kind of fuck it all up. So now at this point, I feel kind of bad because I have like some people who was lined up for auditions, people who was lined up to sign contracts, and unfortunately, I had to leave Atlanta. I just had to up and leave Atlanta and actually drive back to New York. How much of an emergency it was. I had to drive my ass back to New York City. And it was ridiculous. I was really disappointed. Very, very disappointed. Anyway, let's move on. So there's always a new story about TuPac and Biggie. Who killed TuPac? Who killed Biggie? People have ruled out, in their own head that the killer is your boy, Suge Knight. It's who everybody say it is. But the FBI agent alleges that Suge Knight ordered the 1997 killing of Notorious B.I.G. Okay, according to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, this article by author R. Luther Lee at the AJC, Atlanta Journal-Constitution, he actually did this article about the FBI agent. So I actually already had seen the FBI agent or heard about it through Gary with the T or the Brat, one of them, on Ricky Smiley Morning Show. I had already heard about it through them, and I was interested. I'm like, so first of all, where did this man say this at? Okay, so of course there's a documentary. There's always a documentary about TuPac and Biggie. There will always be a documentary about Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston and Prince, Aretha Franklin. It will continue on and on and on and on and on. So of course there's a documentary about the Notorious B.I.G. And the FBI agent that is in this, okay? Let's read this. It says, retired federal agent says Death Row music exec paid hitman as revenge for killing of TuPac Shakur. So they felt like Biggie, of course, and we all know this is not news to anybody, they felt like Biggie killed TuPac. They felt like Biggie set that whole thing up. So Suge felt like, I got something for his bitch ass. Since TuPac is dead, I got something for this nigga. Of course, come on. Suge was highly pissed off that TuPac died the way he died and that he was dead, period. If Suge didn't have something to do with TuPac's death as well, okay? Because Suge could have had, they say Suge had something to do with TuPac's death. That's what's been said in the past as well. So if he didn't have something to do with his death, then of course he was retaliating back. I just don't understand where's the evidence that Biggie, and I'm not trying to start no bullshit or nothing. I just want to know where's the evidence that Biggie or Diddy or any of them set this whole thing up to have TuPac killed, when there's been more sayings that Suge killed TuPac and Biggie than there are Biggie killed TuPac. Okay, it's not many people that I hear or that I've heard say Biggie killed TuPac as much as I've heard Suge kill both of them. You know what I mean?
How you doing, Suge?
Right.
Smoking your stove? I like that, man.
We ever been arrested for it? I guarantee you, it's never been nothing for me but straight violence.
Ain't no, you ain't snitching. No.
I ain't never in my life told. You know, I'm the mother when people ask me if I know who killed TuPac, and not saying TuPac dead. A lot of said, hey, absolutely not. You'll have a 90 mother walk down the street and said Suge Knight killed TuPac. Well, everybody know I ain't the killed TuPac. I'm the protected TuPac. But bitch ass Puffy can give him a mother star, and every rat in the world said he didn't want to kill TuPac or had him shot. Why you think nobody been arrested if they said they didn't want to kill TuPac?
Because they're snitching to the police, so they ain't gonna get arrested.
Not just to snitch and be smart, son. Because TuPac not dead. TuPac not dead. If he was dead, they'd be arresting those dudes for murder. You know he's somewhere smoking a Cuban cigar on the island somewhere. You know what I mean?
Suge Knight is in jail. As you know, he's in prison, serving a 28-year prison sentence for intentionally running over and killing a man in 2015 in that driveway of that restaurant in California. I believe it was California, where he ran into that man frontwards and backwards. He drove over him a few times, back and forth, and then stood up in court and drove off, actually went home, lived his life.
There is some new and disturbing video that will impact the murder case against media mogul Suge Knight. The video obtained by TMZ shows the January 29th incident where Knight's truck apparently runs over the two men. The truck backs up, hits one man. Seconds later, the truck comes back and runs over that man. We've had to, digitize the video because it's very violent. And then it also runs over another. And one of the men who were run over died. Knight says that for his part, he was trying to get away because he thought he was being ambushed and might actually be shot. Suge Knight is expected back in court at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time today, and CNN's Paul Verkaman is at the courthouse in Los Angeles. Here with me, legal analysts Joey Jackson and Danny Savellos. Paul, first to you, what are we expecting? Because we're hearing now that Suge may have actually dismissed his attorney and is thinking of representing himself. Is that accurate?
Well, things change fast here in Los Angeles, Ashley. And what happened is Knight has already appeared. Knight walked into the courtroom and he basically notified everybody that his new attorney is Matthew Fletcher from Long Beach. And then Matthew Fletcher came downstairs after this very, very quick proceeding, one in which a bail hearing was set for the 20th or continued until then. And Fletcher got in front of this whole video issue. And Fletcher said repeatedly that this was a case where Suge Knight was lured to this hamburger stand and then was ambushed there. He said he thought by three men who were known gang members. Let's take a listen to what the new lawyer for Suge Knight had to say.
Suge Knight then puts his car in reverse, the gentleman hit, then he takes the easiest way out. He's not required to back out and reverse down the street. These guys were, my understanding of, active gang members, because clearly a gun was removed from one of them.
Again, the new attorney for Suge Knight trying to get out in front of all this, repeatedly stating that 100%, he says that this video shows that Suge Knight was ambushed, clearly laying a defense out, where Suge Knight is articulating that these men had plotted and schemed to attack him at that burger stand. Outside the courtroom, though, others, supporters of not of Suge Knight, saying, of course, that he is just a thug and this is part of his criminal activity.
And stood up in court as if he couldn't see him. I'm going blind in my eyes. I didn't do all this bullshit. When we seen the camera footage ourselves, he basically ran over that man twice and killed him because the man, I believe, died from some type of internal bleeding and internal injury that he had from being hit with this big ass fucking F-150 truck that Suge Knight big ass was driving in. It was really a sad scene. Phil Carson is the name of the former federal investigator. He identified the hitman as Amir Muhammad, okay, a Nation of Islam convert who got help from rogue officers inside the Los Angeles Police Department who allegedly helped cover up the crime that that to this day remains unsolved. So rogue officers, meaning officers who were in on the whole thing, crooked officers, basically, just completely crooked ass, fucked up, blackmailing ass officers. The reason why I say blackmailing is because they still will lock your ass up for some shit that you do. But on the other hand, if you got some weed or something and they want to smoke a blunt, then they won't fuck with you. So crooked, backstabbing ass officers. They covered it up, and that's why the killing remains unsolved. So he claims that it was set up by Suge Knight for Amir Muhammad to go and take him out completely. And it's saying here that he actually did it over retaliation. You know, he wanted to get him back. He felt like, shit, you killed TuPac, I'm coming to kill your ass the same fucking way, shoot up this goddamn car. That's really fucked up. That's a really fucked up way of dying. Like, damn, he took all 4 9mm bullets that struck him from the black Chevy Impala that pulled alongside him. So he was in a GMC Suburban. The Chevy Impala pulled up next to him and just lit into the fucking car. Just pop, 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 pop. But just 4 times. Pop, 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 pop. He knew he had got him. He popped him in the chest, popped him everywhere, like all in his stomach and shit. He really did try to fuck him up. He got paid a lot of money for that shit. That's real fucked up. But we don't know. This FBI agent was fired from his job. He claims that he tried over and over to tell his sergeant to look deeper into the situation, to take this turn and take this turn, look at this and look at that. This could have happened and this could have happened. And ultimately, he was let go from his position of being a detective or FBI agent of the force. So it's really fucked up. That's some crooked ass shit, FBI, for them to do that. Anyway, let's move on to the next story. Now, I'm saving the best story for last, okay? Before Bigo, okay? I am going to talk about Bigo. I'm live on Bigo right now. So, Porsha Williams of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. She is truly living her fucking life, okay? Yesterday, or either yesterday or the day before yesterday, was her daughter's Pilar. You know, Porsha has a daughter, if you didn't know and you've been somewhere sleeping under a rock. Porsha Williams has a daughter. Her daughter's name is Pilar, okay? Pilar is by Dennis and Porsha, okay? Porsha is now dating or engaged to a friend of the show, friend of The Real Housewives of Atlanta show, Falynn, Guobadia, whatever the fuck her name is. She came on the show as a friend, I think a friend to Porsha, and she introduced her husband, blah, 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 blah. Now Porsha is dating the guy, okay? Now Porsha is engaged to the guy. Basically, what it looks like to everybody is Porsha is engaged to her friend's ex-husband, okay? That's what it looks like to everybody. And that's kind of sort of what it is, but all we have to eliminate is the strong word of friend, okay? Because they weren't quite friends in the way that so many people are thinking, okay? They were friends, but not in the way that so many people are thinking they were friends, okay? Let's just start there. They were friends, but not in the way that everybody is thinking they were friends. They weren't like, when you get in the shower, I'm in the bathroom doing my makeup. They were not friends like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Cynthia and Nene and Marlo. You know what I mean? So, like Tami Roman said, Tami Roman did explain how reality TV works sometimes. Basically, they'll do a point of interest, right? So we're gonna bring her on the show and we're gonna say she knows you.
But I'm just gonna tell you, there's a couple of points that I want to hit on. Because Porsha came out and said, well, that wasn't even my friend. And I want to explain that to you guys. Yes, this woman, Falynn, was on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And yes, she was introduced to all of us as being Porsha's friend. But let me explain to y'all how reality TV works. When they are trying to introduce a new character onto the show, they have to figure out a person that they can attach that individual to so that you guys will be more accepting of the new person coming in. A lot of times we don't be knowing these people, okay? Like how people's like, well, ain't she Jackie's friend? Ain't she, you know, when Basketball Wives, when we would introduce a new character. But Jackie was always the person that would raise her hand and be like, well, she could be my friend and I'll bring her on. But a lot of times you don't really know these people. You're just a segue for an introduction. So I'm going to step out on a limb and say maybe that was the position that Porsha was put into initially, right? Hey, here's this girl Falynn, her husband Simon. They're going to be on the show. since you're with, what's his name, Dennis, maybe, you know, from a couple standpoint, you can be her point of contact and introduction. Perfect. Now, once you start filming with a person, you develop a certain rapport with them and relationship. Now, the minute that you went to her house and you met this man and you was swimming all in the pool and y'all was going all out and having dates and all this other stuff, that's when I feel like it crossed a line and you should have been respectful to their relationship.
Because she lives in your neighborhood, we're going to say she knows you and you're her friend, okay? Just to kind of bring her in as an introduction and not just bring her in. I don't know any of the ladies. I'm just here. So who brought you in? That's breaking the third or fourth wall, okay? We don't want to let them know what producers are doing behind the scenes. That's breaking the third or fourth wall, one of those walls. It's letting them know what's going on behind the scenes. So it has to be as if she was brought in by one of the cast members, right? Not by the producers. The producers found her, or not by an application. She signed up for the show, right? So Porsha is dating him, but baby Pilar's birthday was a couple of days ago, and I couldn't help but sit there as I'm watching Porsha's story. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, damn, this girl is living Falynn's life, right? And it's as if she's rubbing it in her face. Like, if you're watching me right now, or everybody, if you're watching me right now, look at how happy I am on this jet that could have been Falynn's, on in this and doing this and doing, you know, all this stuff. And all I could think is she's living Falynn's life. This is completely Falynn's life. Her baby had a birthday party. The house that they're at is just immaculate, okay? And guess who's there? Simon. Simon is standing right there. So he definitely sponsored the entire party, okay? Let's say that. And he's sponsoring her trips. Like, she's going on trips on a private jet and everything. And I said it before already. Falynn is a twig, okay? I said this in my other YouTube video. Falynn is a twig. Porsha is all woman. She curvilicious. That bitch is bootylicious, curvilicious. She's a lot of woman. So imagine her riding Simon and imagine Falynn riding Simon, okay? Who gonna make that peen feel better? And who gonna make him look better? Like, he's standing next to Falynn or him standing next to a lot of body Porsha. A lot of body Porsha, right? Okay then. So Falynn really fucked up big time, whatever she did to cause her to lose everything that she lost. She lost everything. Literally, she lost everything. One thing that I can say, though, is that whatever Falynn is doing right now is causing her to gain weight. Okay, recently a trailer came out, Up and Adam, I believe his name is, and he's going to be doing an interview with Falynn. He's a white guy. Of course, that's who she went to first. So she's going to be doing an interview with him, and you can see she is clearly addressing her divorce with Simon. And as she begins to talk about it, she is crying, tears flowing down her face. She's choked up. She can't really speak about what happened. So since this trailer came out, Simon broke his silence. All I could think about then is who made him break his silence. Porsha made him break his silence. I think Porsha said, this bitch is telling lies. She ain't telling the truth about what really happened. She got me looking like I done stole somebody's man, and she got you looking like you just done up and fucking left her ass for me. And I was just at y'all house and shit. You need, as much as you want to be reserved, cool, calm, and collected, or collective, you need to go ahead and come out and say what the fuck happened, so we can all stop looking stupid and let this bitch deal with what the fuck she did, okay? So since the trailer came out, Simon took Porsha's advice, I believe, okay? This is not what actually happened. I don't know if Porsha gave him advice to come out, but what actually did happen is an interview is coming out with Falynn, and Simon has addressed what caused him to file for divorce from Falynn and move on to Porsha. The main thing that it was, because I'm sure there were other things, he didn't name them all, but one thing that he named is this guy who has been up under him and up under Falynn, who was sleeping with Falynn the entire time. I believe this guy is named Jalen. Okay, his Instagram, I believe, is It's Jalen. Alleged, and all of this is alleged because I don't have proof. All I have is that Simon did say this. Simon, if Simon's page was not hacked, Simon said she was sleeping with this boy the entire time. She was sleeping with this boy, fucking this boy, having it up with this boy, and he was taking care of her. I'm saying he as in Simon. Simon taking care of her. This boy smiling in Simon's face, and you fucking him. Well, let me say this. Falynn looks better with the new boy than with Simon, okay? So that's just in her head. She already was tired of Simon. Only reason why she with Simon is Simon gotta know that he is ugly. He is not cute. He is not handsome. Ain't a lick of fucking handsome in his ass. His stomach, his titties, his arms, his eyebrows, his eyes, his head, his lips, his cheeks, he ugly. Falynn is beautiful. The bitch look like Pocahontas, okay? She look like she's some kin to Pocahontas. You cannot expect her to be like, oh my God, I so love you, I so love you. Simon should have opened up the door to a threesome. He should have opened up the door to other men, giving it to her while he sit there and assist, and maybe that would have made her a little bit more happy. A little bit more tolerant of being in a relationship with him, you know, because he is ugly. All he has is money, and probably emotionally he's there. Sexually, he's probably not there, or sexually he's there and emotionally he's not, or both. He's not there, or he's there and she was just done because she don't want his ass. Period. But was it wrong? Yes. No matter how good they look together, Falynn and the new guy, Falynn was dead ass wrong. You lost every fucking thing. I want to know, can this boy fly you on a jet? Is this boy a billion, millionaire, whatever the fuck Simon is, a thousandaire, bitch? Is he that? I highly doubt that it's Jalen, Falynn new boo, or the one that Falynn was sleeping with allegedly the whole time she was with this sugar daddy. I highly doubt he'd be able to provide everything that Simon was able to provide. It just don't go that way. You come across them kind of men once in a lifetime. Unless you Marlo and you sit your ass every day at the bar, the rich people bar in Buckhead or some shit. Seriously. Because that's what Marlo do. She got several sugar daddies. That bitch be up in Buckhead with not a dime to her fucking name, up in Buckhead looking for the next white man who will just touch her boobs and give her some money for it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Porsha's living a life. Pilar's birthday was awesome. I felt so bad because I'm imagining, like, is Falynn at a hotel with her children? Is Falynn at the United Suites Inn down the fucking street? Bitch. Because she done lost everything. And Porsha up here with her pearly white teeth, big ass booty, and snatched waist, having a good ass time with Simon and his fucking children. I mean, Simon at his fucking resort in Atlanta, bitch. Because they looked like a resort they was at, bitch. That shit looked fun. And then Dennis got a nerve to be there, look like providing hot dogs. Look like Dennis had the Dennis hot dog factory there. Which he did. It's his daughter's birthday, so that's probably where those hot dogs came from. But it was really beautiful. Like, I was like, damn, Falynn, you lost it all. Falynn lost it all. I've been in a situation like that before, but guess what? The person that I'm with, I love him. Even when we were broke and homeless, I still wanted him to sit on my dick and tongue kiss me. Still. I still wanted him to hold me at night. The other guy that I was with before him, I was turning my back to him in the bed. And I'm just keeping it real. I was completely turning my back to him in the bed. Because I didn't want to be with him. Now the person I'm with now is tired of me. Don't want to be with me. And guess what? The person I was tired of was a Leo. Now I'm with another Leo, and this Leo tired of me. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Anyway, unfortunately, Porsha and Falynn, I think they just need to duke it out. But I would say that Falynn needs some extra strength, so maybe Falynn can bring a friend because Porsha will drag Falynn. Or maybe you can give Falynn a sword or something, some type of weapon to hit Porsha with. Because, baby, please believe. Anyway, I got Wendy Williams written down here, but I cannot remember what Wendy Williams said about Falynn and Porsha Williams. But I do know Marcille was recently on Wendy Williams, and she did say,
you know, I feel like at some point you're going to outgrow the show. It's like retirement. You don't look forward to it, but you know what's going to happen. So I would say prepare for it.
Another thing about the Housewives, though, I think that Kandi's outgrown the show. Like, I like her so much, and I think that she's too big for the Housewives.
Kandi is a very strategic woman.
I know she's got stuff to sell, music and things like that, but
she is a very, very savvy entrepreneur and businesswoman. So
I just think Riley is too old now, watching everything go down. They got Ace now. And I think she's a bigger star than this.
And Blaze?
Yes.
I think if she wants to bust a move, she does it, but does it in a way that keeps great relationships with Bravo, NBC, Universal. Yeah. Because she has her TV show, she's on Shy now.
She and Todd have got a real marriage, and you know, marriage gets kind of shaky sometimes on reality TV.
She's doing her thing. She has her other TV show on Bravo. So just try to figure out a cute exit. My exit happened to be very perfectly timed, but she just needs a good timing.
Which I can totally agree with her on that. I do believe that Kandi has outgrown the show, although that does not mean that I'm tired of seeing Kandi. That just means I want to see Kandi in a different light. I want to see her on a different show, not this one anymore. I would like to see her on something different, or take a break at least, and then come back to us and give it to us in a surprise, you know, like a surprise season one year. You just return with your new life. But I always think that I think Kandi should have a hand at least in the show. I think she should have a hand in events that happen, in how they will go to trips and what trips they will go to, how the games will go. I think Kandi should have a big hand in it. Or do we just want Kandi to have a complete break from Bravo and from the Real Housewives of Atlanta? Not from Bravo, maybe RHOA, but not from Bravo. I don't want Kandi completely gone from Bravo. But I don't even know what the fuck I put Wendy Williams for. I be so busy and I get sidetracked and I totally forget what the fuck I'm talking about. So next time, I'll try to remember what Wendy Williams said. Wendy Williams said something and I can't even quite remember exactly what Wendy Williams said, but she said something. So let's move on. Bigo Live is a live streaming platform owned by a Singapore-based Bigo Technology, which was founded in 2014 by David Lee and Jason Hu. In 2019, Bigo Technology was acquired by Joy, a Chinese company listed on the NASDAQ. Bigo Technology has developed proprietary artificial intelligence and machine learning that is integrated into the application. The AI features are used to enhance user engagement and experience during the live stream. Viewers can support their favorite broadcasters with in-app gifts, and some extremely popular broadcasters use the app as a full-time paid employment. Okay? That's just a little bit of it. Basically, you go live on Bigo, you talk shit, you say what you want to say, but be interesting, right? And the people that like you will come, put their money onto your card. Has to be, your money has to be on a card. The card has to be registered to your Google Play Store, your Apple Store, or whatever app store you buy your apps from, or whatever you buy your stuff from on your phone, right? So when you buy gifts in the app, you download the app, you go into the app, you go live, or you go watch someone's live. You like them so much, you want to press the gift box. You press the gift box, it will prompt you to buy diamonds. Diamonds allows you to buy things. On the app, you buy diamonds. On the app, you buy gifts with the diamonds that you bought from the app, okay? So you'll buy 200 diamonds. You'll spend those 200 diamonds in purchasing gifts for your favorite broadcasters. You'll send those diamonds in, and as you send those diamonds in, you will receive gifts back. You will receive little small perks back. Just little small perks. One being, you could be seen more often than a person who does not do, who don't participate in the activities, right? But at the same time, your gifts that you're receiving from the broadcasters, from the people who are watching you, are not turning back into diamonds. They're turning into something called gold beans, little small gold beans. And those beans you can cash in for cash. They'll deposit it onto your card. 210 beans cost $1, okay? 210 beans equals out to $1. Jason Lee is one of the main ones that talk about Bigo a lot. And actually, I'm on Bigo because of Jason Lee and because of Shekinah Joe. Shekinah Joe said get on here. She was on here going off about something. So I was like, you know what? In order for me to see these lives, her talking about Tami and T.I., I need to just download it because the people aren't really recording the entire stream, right? So I decided to download it, and the first person I looked for was Shekinah, and lo and behold, she was live the day I downloaded it. The day I downloaded it, boom, there was Shekinah. Then I ran into... What'd she say? Oh, God! Right, oh, God! What the fuck, bitch? Anyway, so you turn your beans in, and your beans will turn into cash. You get that cash. You choose how much you want. You can only deposit up to, I think, a limit of $40,000 at one time or something like that, or a month, allegedly. But I believe that's what it is. That's a lot of fucking money, and Bigo is popping, okay? So I just want to say, everybody who's not on Bigo and don't know what Bigo is, I guarantee you by 2025, just about everybody will be on Bigo because it's really becoming more popular. People are going to abandon YouTube. They're going to abandon Facebook, and they're going to abandon Instagram. I think one thing that will stick around like ants is Facebook. Facebook ain't going nowhere. Okay, Mark Zuckerberg is the devil. Okay, he ain't going nowhere. He's not going nowhere. Oh, let me not say Mark Zuckerberg on here actually. Let me say Jason Hu and David Lee. So what I got to do like this. And then talk. Okay. Anyway, I think I've been talking with a really loud tone today. Usually, my voice is not this loud. Usually, I talk like this, a low tone, low, chilled out. You feel me? But I guarantee you, like I said, everybody gonna be on Bigo. You can't beat Bigo. You can actually make money for broadcasting. Okay. A lot of people do some cheating stuff on there. There are some cheating scams on there. But if you get into that and you don't get caught, that's your prerogative, okay? I don't know how to scheme, scam, steal, or nothing. I always get caught. If I'm trying to steal a bag of chips, I'm the one that's like, they looking at us. They looking at us. You know, I get us caught if I'm with somebody that steal. I'm gonna get us caught. Like I have to completely walk away. Okay. Plus, I have such a conscience that I feel like energy is a motherfucker. I cause things to happen from my own mind. Like I feel like I think so hard about it that I cause it to happen to myself. You know, so if I'm sitting there thinking, oh my God, I hope we don't get caught. Oh my God, I hope we don't get caught. Then we probably get caught because that's just me. I pull energy. I exude energy. I think that what I think, my thoughts manifest. And I gotta try to think positive thoughts. I gotta try my best to think positive thoughts so that when I think positive thoughts, maybe the positive things will happen. But I think I've tried that before and nothing happened but bad things. I think for a whole week I thought of positive stuff. I said, today I'm gonna go into class, I'm not gonna cuss the teacher out. I didn't. The next day I said, today I'm gonna do all my work. I went to what's the ESS? What's ISS? ISS. I used to go to ISS a lot. A whole lot. From elementary, middle school, high school. I was in ISS so much. I had to write so many times. I would not open my mouth. I would not open my mouth. I would not open my mouth. Miss Lee did not play. She had me sitting in that class writing front and back till she got tired to lunch. Anyway, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell. Okay, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Okay, don't hit the thumbs down or I'll clip you in the throat. I promise you. I'll do the trick. Look up. Hit you in the throat. I promise you. I dare you. Hit the downs button. I promise you. I'll be at your door tomorrow telling you, look up. Boom. Hit you in the throat. And I'm getting my taxi. I'm out. Hit the thumbs up. Not the thumbs down. Even if you did not like the video. That ain't my problem. Find another video on RiBelTV and you'll probably like it. You're probably having a bad day today if you dislike this video. You dislike this? You dislike this podcast? You dislike this? You probably having a bad day. It ain't me, it's you. Look at yourself. Check yourself. Check you, okay? Follow us at The Urban Binge on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, at The Urban Binge, okay? Facebook is with 2 E's, The Urban Binge. Instead of The Urban Binge, it's The Urban Binge. Make sure you guys follow. Make sure you subscribe again. And make sure you guys go download the app Bigo. If you have any questions, DM us at The Urban Binge. And we'll kind of let you know what we do know, because we don't know everything like everybody else. A lot of people know a lot of shit about Bigo. I don't know that much shit. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. I'm your boy, Rico Bellucci. Anyway, guys, so next time I come back with another show, maybe I will have my partner here with me. And probably for a week, I'm going to just be doing voice and no face. Make sure you share. Make sure you give us 5 stars on the podcast radio. Give us 5 stars, guys. Give us 5 stars. Give us great reviews. If we're not good today, we'll be good tomorrow. We ain't good today, we'll be good tomorrow, bro. We ain't good today, we'll be good tomorrow, bro. All right? See you guys later. And we're out.
Stand, I said none of y'all knuckle. Dos, tres, cuatro, nigga.